In this video, I'm going to show you one of the easiest ways for you to make money in your business, and that is to simply get your customers to come and patronize you again. Let me show you something. So in this particular online store, we've generated almost 65 million naira, and that 65 million has come from 1,752 orders. This is just online revenue. Okay. Now, when we take a closer look at this particular store, majority of the people that have patronized this business either place an order or maybe come back and place a second order, and that's pretty much it. We typically call that the lifetime value for this particular business, and we see that 75% of the people that have patronized this business fall into this category. So that is 49 million naira. And then this is where it gets very interesting. The people that have patronized this business 4 or more times, so they've patronized or bought from this particular business at least 4 times, they actually have generated 12.1 million naira out of that 65. So they are 18% of the total revenue that this business has made online. And that's the importance of repeat purchase customers. And that's what I'm going to talk about in this particular video. Now, before we go into tactics, I want to make one thing clear. For all of this to work, you need an online store or you need an online system. The reason why I'm saying that this is very important is because I've been able to show you some form of data to back up what I'm talking about for a particular online store. In your business, you can't do this kind of thing with biro and paper. You need some sort of system where orders are being accumulated or saved or stored, right? The easiest way for you to do this is to have a system like Shopify or even Bumper. I actually just onboarded on Bumper the other day, and I'm bringing out the Bumper video later on this year. But you need systems like that where they help you record your sales, record your customer data, and record typical business analytics that would help you in the long run, right? A business that is not measuring anything is just bound to fail. It's just bound to fail. You can't avoid it. Now, I'm sure you've heard of email marketing before. The only difference is, how do you stand out with email marketing? Most times people buy a product to use for themselves or to give to somebody else. It's just how it works. The reason why I'm saying this is because when you want to do the email marketing side of things, you want to understand the communication that you send out. So are you telling people that, oh, this would be a great gift idea or great gift for Mother's Day? This would be an exciting gift for Valentine's Day. This would make a fantastic birthday present. Things like that. Another type of email that you can send to your business is something that I call "Have you forgotten us?" or "We miss you" type of emails. This is something that you can send to people that have patronized your business before, maybe 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, or even 12 months, right? The reason why I'm saying this is there's a high chance that your business has changed or they themselves have forgotten about you. So it's good for you to send them an email to just say, hey, we're just thinking about you. Hey, we've not heard from you in a while. Things like that. Now, the reason why this is also very, very interesting and important, especially for e-commerce businesses, is because no matter what happens in a business, it is cheaper for you to engage an already existing customer than you going to go and look for customers. The cost of advertising to a new customer is getting higher and higher day by day. And that's pretty much because nowadays it's easier for people to run ads, right? So the barrier to entry when it comes to running ads is becoming easier. So that means anybody and everybody can now run ads. What anybody and everybody cannot do is have customer lists or email lists of people that have patronized the business in the past. So if you have an email list, always make use of it. Always send out emails. Now, the next one is called forever discounts. And this is pretty much where those 54 group of people that we spoke about earlier, this is where they sit. Now, what I do in my particular business, and I think I've mentioned it in the previous video, is once you've patronized those 5 times, you are taken to a separate pricing. You are taken to a separate pricing and you are given I wouldn't say a more structured one-to-one relationship with me directly, but it's pretty much a different thing entirely. And I'll give a very good example. If I'm selling a product for, let's say, 35,000 naira or 40,000 naira, the people that are with our forever discounts, they buy that same product for 30,000 or 28,000, that sort of thing. The reason why we do that is because Once you patronize our business 5 times, there's a very high chance that you are going to continue patronizing our business for a very long time. I've seen it work in other stores and other businesses that I've managed before. So it's something that I always use in any online store that I work with, right? Now, two things must be in place for this to work. First off, you need to have a good product, right? Secondly, you need to understand your profit margins. Understand your profit margins and understand what you are willing to sacrifice. Let me use that word, that sort of thing, because you don't want to give them, all your profits because you want to keep them as a customer. Doesn't work like that. Okay. Now, some of you might be thinking, oh, what if cost of certain things go up in the market, supply chain, logistics, yada, yada, yada. Now, what we typically do is when the prices of these things go up, the customers in this particular bucket or bracket also are notified that the price of this thing is going from 40,000 to 50,000. So that means for you, it's going from 28,000 or 30,000 to 36,000, right? We also make sure that we quantify and, let them know why the price of something is going up. And again, your customers are not stupid. If you're just increasing price for the sake of increasing price, they still would go and look outside. Even if they don't look outside, one day, mistakenly, they would find out that, oh, you might be doing something weird or funny. I don't want to use the word, maybe you're scamming them, maybe you're not. They're just trying to make money, right? But just be careful, because once you lose those kind of customer relationships, it really, really affects your business. Again, like I said, 54 people brought in 12 million out of that 65 million, right? If it continues that way, when this particular business hits 100 million via just the online store, those same group of people would have probably brought in 25. Now, when it comes to post-purchase, it's very similar to email marketing. The only difference here is you are sending out the emails to somebody that just made a purchase, right? So I'll give an example of what this looks like. Let's say I buy this particular phone, right? I buy this particular phone from your business today, right? I bought it at 10 p.m. in the middle of the night. Don't ask me why. Just go with me. So I bought it in the middle of the night, 10 p.m. And once I get my online receipt, oh, thank you for your purchase, things like that, I am then pushed on to an email series. So an email series would show me the benefits of the phone, how to use the camera, how to load up the phone, how to onboard on the phone, how to add an eSIM, if I want any support, who to call, that sort of thing. That's email number 1. Email number 2, how to protect the phone, how to avoid theft, how to make sure that I can carry all the information from my old phone to my new phone. That's email number 2. Email number 3, again, something else that shows me why this particular phone is good. You are taking the extra step to carry the customer on an after sales journey that pretty much you don't have to, right? So it could be an email series, or it could be a video series where you have your own separate YouTube channel where you're just sending them to go and watch it, or it's a playlist, whatever it might be, right? That sort of thing. Now, why is this particular thing important? At some point, most likely between email 3 and email 4, you will then tell them to share your business with a friend that is most likely to also need what they bought. And that friend will get a discount, and then you offer them a discount on their next purchase with you. You see how that works? Now, when it comes to getting repeat purchase customers, timing and trust is very important. And that's where a tool like Rate Shopper actually comes in. With a tool like Rate Shopper, you are able to see the different conversion rates in real time and compare like for like. You can start using Rate Shopper today to make sure that you're getting the best value for your money. Now, the next thing you can do is to have a community, right? A community could be a WhatsApp group, could be a physical event, could be a series of workshops. It could be anything. A community is just pretty much a place where like-minded people can come together and share their thoughts, opinions, conversations, all of that, okay? Now, there are 2 ways for you to do this. You can build the community yourself. So you can be the admin, you can be the moderator, or the person, the convener, whatever it is you want to call yourself. You can do that. Or you can just sponsor an existing community. What I've done for this particular online store is I've invested in other people's community. So it could be a thing where we provide a monthly retainer fee. It could be a thing where we've provided products for a certain period of time, things like that. There are ways where you can find a group of like-minded people that will patronize your business, or maybe not patronize your business, but at least they use your product, and then you can just plug into that community. That's probably one of the easiest ways for you to get repeat purchase customers. Now, last but definitely not least is to run ads. You want to run ads where you are targeting customers that have not, how do I put this? Now, they've not purchased in 31 to 180 days, but they've purchased in the last 30 days, right? A simpler way for me to put this is, the customer that has purchased in the last 30 days is not the customer you want to go and send repeat purchase or retention ads. They shouldn't even see it, right? You want to meet people that have not patronized you in 30 days. Ideally, because those people might have finished using your product or have used your product, enjoyed the experience, and actually would not mind patronizing you again. And it also depends on your products. So let's say you sell shirts, you sell accessories, you sell perfume, whatever it might be. There's a very high chance that after 30 days, they need another shirt, they need another bottle, they would not mind another pair of glasses, that sort of thing, right? And that's why I really say that it might be the last thing on our list, but it's definitely the one that performs the best for us, okay? And you then just tie back a lot of the things that you've done earlier. So the first one we spoke about was email marketing and follow-up, right? So a lot of the content that you use in your email marketing and follow-up, which one of them performs best? Guess what? Take that and then put that into your ads manager and let that be your static creative that you use for your repeat purchase ads, right? Are you running forever discounts? Good. Tell them the mechanism of that forever discount. Put it in your ads manager and run it as well as a static creative. See, and I've said it so many times, your business should be running ads, especially if it's an e-commerce business. In fact, any type of business. So far, your customers are on social media. You should be running ads every single day. Every single day. You should be running some type of ad, whether it's a cold audience, a warm audience, or a repeat purchase or retargeting audience. You need to be running those kind of ads. Okay, that's how you make money, right? Now, when it comes to creating this particular ad, you are going to use your custom audience, right? So you go to the ads manager, you click on create custom audience, things like that. Now, there are two ways for you to do this. If you don't have an online store system, or if you don't have an online store or an online system, maybe you are probably using Flutterwave or Paystack storefront, something like that. You can actually download your customer CSV list, right? You can download that customer CSV list. Jeez, it will come with the name, the amount spent, stuff like that, email address, all of that. And then you can put that into your custom audience generator, right, in the ads manager. And then you can use that to then say, okay, you know what, I want to use this custom audience for my ad. Then you can set up a new ad and stuff like that. If you want me to show you, if you want me to walk through this whole process end to end, let me know in the comments. I can create a video for that. Now, what you can do, and this is what I actually suggest, is if you have an online store system, you have your pixel that is set up properly, you can actually just go to your website. So use the website to create the custom audience. And then instead of your all website visitors, you go to the ideal custom event or page event, which is purchase. So your purchase, and then, like I said, 180 days. So that's your audience retention for 180 days. Now, exclude. Don't forget exclude. The reason why I'm saying this is because we don't want to patronize. Well, we don't want people that have bought from us in the last 30 days to see this ad. So make sure you exclude those people. Okay. So exclude them. And then, so exclude those people, again, similar purchase events, and then 30 days. And then, give the custom audience an ideal name. Put a description. I always like to put description so that in case I forget, or in case somebody else is taking a look at my ads manager, they know what I was trying to achieve there, so that they can just, plug and play, things like that. And you're good to go. That's pretty much it. Now, one of these 5 would definitely move your business forward. Do at least 3 or 4 of these 5, and you definitely see a positive difference. You are not, a lot of people on social media today say that, oh, ads are no longer working. It's just, ads are still working. It's just more expensive because nowadays everybody can run ads, right? But yes, when it comes to running ads, one of the key things I always tell people is that the creative is the most important thing. In this particular video, I actually talk about how the creative is the most important thing. So go and watch that video next. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed as well.